New warnings emerging from the United States Southern Command intelligence that Sunni extremists are looking to infiltrate U.S. borders with the help of South American smugglers. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Allen West joins us on just how bad this is. Colonel West, thanks for joining us. We've heard about this sort of speculation before, but now it's starting to really come to fruition.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's good to be with you, Charles. This is not something new. A lot of people have been talking about this. The Border Patrol website calls it OTMs, other than Mexicans. But you continue to have an administration that denies this fact and has obfuscated when you've had all of this evidence. But now when you have the intelligence officer, the J2 of the United States Southern Command based out of South Florida, that does detail there are some 30-some-odd thousand of these individuals that have gotten across our border. And that's about a divisions level strength, Charles, 2 divisions actually, that is now fanning out across the United States of America. And the troubling thing that you and your listening audience should know is we don't have a forced presence in the Southern Command. As a matter of fact, the largest presence we have down in our southern border and throughout the Southern Hemisphere is really the Coast Guard.
So with this being now official, in other words, we do have confirmation, and the numbers, again, are staggering. 331,000 is a crazy number to begin with, but 30,000 from countries with terrorist concerns. What would an administration normally do under these circumstances? Because it seems to me some sort of call for action.
Well, you're absolutely right. And what the concern is that we have these transnational criminal organizations, that's what Southcom officially calls them, basically the drug cartels, that they're willing to help anyone get into the United States of America as long as they pay them. And when you're out giving $400 million to people like Iran, you know that they're flush with cash. So what needs to happen right now is to look at how we can allocate forces to the United States Southern Command to present a deterrent capability and capacity along that southern border. You know, once upon a time, we used to have a military base down in Panama. We used to have the Jungle Warfare Center there. We had a infantry brigade, dismounted infantry brigade. Now the only thing we have pretty much is an air base that we operate out of Sotocano in Honduras, and that is mostly logistical and engineering support.
Yeah. Hey, I want to also ask you, because there's been a suspected ISIS-inspired terror attack in Virginia. The FBI is investigating a stabbing in Roanoke. The knife-wielding suspect attacked 2 people, and he was yelling Allah Akbar. This looks like it's a growing problem here. What's your thoughts on this, Colonel West?
Well, I'm probably waiting to hear the statement from the White House and President Obama that this is about knife control, because that's normally the de facto explanation they give with all of these. We have a serious problem with domestic jihadism in the United States of America. And the fact that we have an organization like ISIS that is able to use social media to radicalize and call to action, you just used that phrase yourself, individuals within our borders when we're not calling ourselves to action, that's very troubling.
Colonel West, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Great seeing you.
Always a pleasure, Charles. Thank you.
Leonardo DiCaprio.